Hey everyone, welcome to Toy Showcase episode 31. Tonight we're going to be talking about Barnyard Commandos and Food Fighters. Of course, your guest, Doubtable Podcast, Vince here, as well as Retro Ryan. Buddy, what are your memories of these two toy lines?
So what's up, guys? Richard Ryan here. You catch me live every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, taking your 80s, 90s game requests and playing your 80s, 90s game footage. I definitely owned both of these lines as a kid. Uh, I'm a sucker for anything food related that's a toy because it's so ridiculous and stupid that I love it. And Barnyard Commandos, let's just strap some fucking missiles and shit onto barn animals, and that's hilarious too. So what's not to love about this? If you don't like these lines, check your pulse because they're so weird, they're fun.
Oh man, I mean, you think about the fact that both of these, it's like these two warring factions of animals on a farm to food fighting each other. It's like the food that was processed from the animals at the barn are still fighting each other after they've been cooked. It's like they're somehow spiritually connected. But one of the things that was pretty interesting about this was like I didn't realize that Barnyard Commandos was released or produced by Playmates. Um,
Yeah,
I find that very, very interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up.
but it really does look like Garfield and Friends with military weapons. It looks like if you strap military weapons to that cast.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would not disagree on that. Let me pull up the Wikipedia on this real quick. So I know that Barnyard Commandos was the only one of these two that actually had a cartoon, and it was very short-lived. So you're looking at 19 released in 1990. You had four episodes, and these were basically the country of origin for both of these was U.S. and France. So you're looking at an international cartoon, but it only ran, like I said, four episodes. That's crazy. But then you look at Food Fighters, there was nothing for it. It was completely just a toy brand on its own.
That
Uh,
should have had one, and I think Seth Rogen ripped it off with this Sausage Party movie.
you know, I wouldn't doubt that, honestly. I mean, if I wonder if he was gonna do that, but he didn't get the rights to it and ended up doing Sausage Party instead.
I don't know, but like aesthetically, that's like what the basis looks like of that movie.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I was looking to see. Yeah, so one of the cool things about like the Food Fighters resembled the GI Joe from Hasbro. Uh, that's definitely one of the things on that. Is like I know that I was more GI Joe, and but my best friend Jeff, who was into.
I gotta look back and say that I had amazing fucking variety of taste for as a kid because like I said, I didn't fuck with just one or two lines. Looking back, how did I have like some Foo Fighters, some Barnyard Commandos, some Boglins, like some GI Joe, some Motu, some I was just picking and choosing everything, and I really again think it's because the limited selection at KB. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I was in Toys R Us, there's almost too many options there. It's almost like when you're going to Cheesecake Factory and the fucking menu's 100 pages. That's too many options. I don't want to flip through 100 pages at a restaurant. Give me 5 pages of good shit. Give me Chili's. Give me Applebee's, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would completely thank KB Toys, their eclectic variety, into why I even went home with shit like Captain Power or Barnyard Commandos or it's just whatever spoke to me. I think the one I had in particular was the Rambo looking sheep with the little bandana on.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely copied Rambo for him. That's a cool one. But um, we already loved food-based characters based on the McDonald's changeables,
Mm-hmm.
which were fries and burgers you could turn into Transformers. and even the dinosaurs you could turn them into in the second run. But this was just that time where kind of anything goes, any kind of crazy cool idea.
Yeah, so as far as Barnyard Commandos go, I mean, well, speaking on what you were saying, I remember, usually I typically knew what I was going to grab. Like, I had a pre-agenda for whatever I was going to purchase, so I would navigate to that. But then he was
I
like,
never did.
and
I never did.
if they didn't have it, then I would be like, okay, what else can I get that fit with what I was collecting at the time?
I think
But
it's also the one toy syndrome. Because I'd be with my grandmother, you only get one, right?
mhm.
I gotta choose one. Now, if I'm getting the same thing every time, that's boring. So if I can only get one, and sometimes it'd be in a Nintendo game. I think that was usually my number one, an NES game.
Mhm.
But most of the time, that wasn't in the budget. That's too much, right?
Oh yeah.
So it would be like you can get anything under 10, and then I'd look, and you kind of had to be aware of that too as a kid. But the packaging on these was fun too.
Mhm.
You know, the packaging on these toys was fun, and they stood out because they were different. This being animal and food related, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, the for me it was like I was collecting GI Joes, so you didn't want to just have one of those, you wanted to have multiples. But like as for me, I only ever got games on, Christmas or my birthday. It was like anytime we were
Yeah.
going somewhere, I would ask. But my grandmother was really good about that. She would, take me and my sister to Toys R Us or Sears or whatever place you happen to be going and stuff, and then we'd get a couple clothes and some one toy or whatever. But and usually like that toy limit was like $20, maybe 30 if it was on a special occasion, because some of these figures were, I mean, like the vehicles were a little bit more expensive compared to being able to get three GI Joes for $10 or so, depending.
Yeah.
Um,
I just love that all the GI Joes I got were non-military because I could give a fuck about anything military as a kid. I didn't give a fuck. That's why I ended up with like Big Bo or Crocmaster
mhm.
or Destro, because they clearly didn't even look really military. You know what I mean? They so I just didn't connect with any of that shit. I didn't want to be in the military. I didn't like anything military. I mean, I liked fucking Top Gun and stuff, but just that was a turnoff for me. Anything military, because that just didn't really speak to me. So I like the characters that were weird. It's like in Star Wars, like I like the aliens. You know, I
Mhm.
like the weird characters. Give me like the monster looking characters in the cantina. That's the shit I like. I like shit that's weird. That's why I liked Boglins. How weird is a fucking Boglin? It looks like kind of like a baby of like a gremlin or mixed with like a critter or something. You don't know what it is. It's just it's like looking like a creature feature movie, in a box. And it's just like that's the shit that would speak to me. Or Mad Balls. Just things that were weird. And that's why I think I like this. This is just weird. Barnyard Commandos is weird. Food Fighters is weird. In a good way.
Well, and that speaks to like you as a person there. I mean, you're definitely wanted to get something that stood out versus the things that other people were collecting. For me, it wasn't the military aspect of GI Joe that brought me into it. I mean, it was the
No, I'm not saying for you it was, but a lot of kids we know was, right? Like anytime I hear people talk about GI Joe, they're like, my uncle was in the Marines, or
mhm.
my uncle was, this or that or that the other. So I just think that's usually what I hear for people from GI Joe. But yeah, go ahead. I wasn't saying that you, but other
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I mean, for me, it was like we read the comic and like we watched the cartoon. It was like I loved. I mean, even though this came out before Aliens, I love the whole thing of like a group of people going up against an evil bad, right? That's
Yeah,
so, and then like the different variety of characters that stood out. Um, but even like I love Robotech, I love Transformers. It was all those things that kind of like stood out to me that I wanted to like get toys for. And in the chat right now we have. Let me do this. My dad's there. We got Ty Lord. We got P Mark. What's up, guys? Let me
Yo,
see.
Merc Floyd, Tylordicus.
Let's see. We got Ty Lord saying you love Serpentor, and then he said Inhumanoids equals weird.
Yeah, Inhumanoids is amazing. Dude, I want to cry that you brought up Serpentor. I still want a Serpentor so bad with the fucking chariot.
Oh, for
Oh,
the classified one.
oh, god damn it. Or an original one. It still pisses me off.
Let me see what I can do, Ryan. I might be able to hook you up with a Serpentor and a chariot, whether it be the original, the modern, or the 25th. So we'll see. Let me see what did my dad say. He said that in 2020 it was announced that Cloud Co. and Metropolis Toys would make new Barnyard Commando figures in 2025. Nakela acquired the property with plans for a new toy, comic book, and animated series. That'd be cool. Because that's the thing. This was done by Playmates. But when you look at the toys, they're just like animals in their animal poses with like, turtle like sneers with their teeth showing and then equipment attached to their back. But there was another company that actually got the rights to these figures as well. Who was it? It's in the actual toy thing here. So like if you go Premium DNA got the license for Barnyard Commandos from 2022. Yeah, basically just 2022. They made 8 figures. And we can cover those as well. Since there's only, there's technically between Barnyard Commandos and Food Fighters, there's a total of 37 figures. So we add these in here. We got a well-rounded number.
What are we going to start with?
Oh, I think we'll start with Barnyard Commandos and then work our way.
Okay.
What's cool is I love how like on the Wikipedia page for this, it does talk about the fact that the Food Fighters and this were very similar in branding and style, as far as like them both being military stuff. It talks about the plot was based around the concept of farm animals who consumed radioactive material left out from an abandoned military experiment, mutating them into hyper-intelligent, anthropomorphic pre-military troops. These consisted of 2 hilarious, harmless opposing teams: the Rams, rebel army of military sheep, and the Porks, platoon of rebel killer swines, which is hilarious. I'm surprised this didn't take off at the time, and it's definitely something that was kind of trying to piggyback off of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So,
by the way, though, like I feel like a guy that wishes he could re-experience all my favorite things for the first time, because I think the greatest feeling I got about toy collecting was not having these as a kid, and not now when I have them all. But when I was going back 5 years ago or 6 years ago and spending unconscionable ass loads of money on eBay, buying up all these and trying to figure out what the fuck I even had or what it was called or what brand made it or what figures I had, that's the real magic that got my dick hard. When I was going on eBay, man, like, because it's just like I'm like, what, like 5-6 years ago I was like 35. So I had not seen these figures since I'm like 9 years old, right? A lot of these, like looking up Supernaturals and the holograms, looking up Barnyard Commandos, looking up Food Fighters, looking up Boglins, looking up Madballs, and just getting these week after week and having them all show up at my door through the magic of fucking eBay and priority mail shipping. Just like, that's the shit. Honestly, I don't think that... Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, I really feel like it beat even having them as a kid, and it beats it even now, like having this museum full of it all, because I've kind of turned over every stone now of the shit that I had and that I wanted. But finding these and seeing them again after this 20-year lapse of not even thinking about them or seeing them, but like knowing in the back of my head that, it was probably Game Chasers too, that just seeing them find stuff, I'm like, God damn, I want to get these toys. I just I know it's gonna be a lot of money, so I
Mm-hmm.
kind of stayed away from it. It scared me because I was already collecting games from watching all these YouTube channels and AVGN. But it's like it scared me the thought of if I did go in, how much I was going to spend, and damn straight because look at me now, tens of thousands of dollars later after collecting this shit. But I really just that's the magic of toy lines like this to me is rediscovering them when I don't even know how many there were. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I wish that this show is like that for people. Whether it catches its audience now or later, I hope that like somebody's like, I forgot all about Barn. This is what I love when people say too, Vince. I love when they say, I forgot that even existed, but I had those. If we could be that, and then they get to watch this show and see an hour of us go through every single toy, that's what I hope. Like, because I only found that out having to do that research on my own on eBay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
definitely. Because like it's different from being on the outside trying to look back versus being still immersed in it and in being, like invested in these things. Because like I knew these toys, I have fond memories of them, but like looking at because Dad branches up the Burger King produced the series of Barnyard Commando tie-in toys for their kids meal promotion.
yeah, I was telling Vince earlier, Floyd, that's the only cheap thing for this line. The only semi cheap thing for this line is the Burger King toys. Because once you get into the actual figures with the weapons, it gets pricey.
Oh yeah, 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 exactly. And the one thing about that was like looking at those Burger King, going and pulling the toys to make the thumbnail. I was like, okay, let me look and go back at this stuff, right? And seeing those slap bracelet things that that look
Yeah.
like the spider knuckle thing from TMNT that the Foot Clan had.
It looked like some shit you'd win at the fairground if you did the balloon spray game.
Mm-hmm.
When you shoot the clown's mouth and the balloon
Yeah,
pops.
yeah, you would hold it, and that would be the gun that you're shooting.
Yeah.
And it unlocked a memory that I hadn't had in a long time because I remember having a bunch of those because at the time we would go to Burger King. Burger King, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, McDonald's were the main trifecta of like places we would go to outside of like Wendy's, and even them they had sometimes had really cool toys, Sonic. But yeah, just looking back and seeing that slap race, like man, I'd love to have one of those again. So I might go down memory lane of picking up a few, but
It's like the real world version of like you're climbing through your old attic and dusting off stuff,
mhm.
like the Clark Griswold scene and Christmas Vacation, but it's like just full of toys and it's unlocking those memories. And for me, it was just, I mean, I think I can't listen. There's people that hate on eBay. They call it Fleabay. They hate on it, whatever it was. It wasn't that bad for pricing at least 5, 6 years ago. And I thank God for eBay because eBay literally brought like 1,000 toys to my doorstep, dude, that I never could find at the flea markets here because they're barren. I mean, the most I ever see at the flea markets here is like a Ninja Turtle with his arm broke off, or
Mhm.
just crusty DVDs that are sun faded. So I just thank God for eBay, honestly, because and there's people that are fortunate to live in better areas to find stuff in the wild. I haven't been in those areas. I lived in a small town in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut, and now I live in like fucking senior citizen Redneckville, Florida. So I just haven't been in the haven for finding shit in the wild. But like,
Oh, dude,
would write a love letter to eBay. What it's been able to give me a museum in my house full of this shit. I love it.
like just thinking about the fact of like when you would like me and my dad would go to the flea market and there would be just toy shop after toy shop. Let's just like and it would be all these old school toys. We would go through and part out
I wish I could have experienced that.
vehicles and figures and accessories for Star. And man, like some of that stuff wasn't expensive at all. And
I only have that one memory I shared with you.
mhm.
The one day I found the honey hole of like 100 Toy Biz X-Men and cleaned that guy out. But it was just some guy that had a table because he was moving out of Florida.
Hmm.
It had nothing to do. It's like almost it was like removed from the flea market. It wasn't a standard reseller there because flea markets are usually standard resellers, right? This was just a guy, he rented a table for the day. So it's like, other than that, I haven't had any luck like you had with flea markets, unfortunately.
Oh
So
yeah.
I wish I could have experienced that like you got to.
So I'm posing in the chat here. Did any of you here? I'll just say it out loud and stuff. Did any of you guys who are watching right now have any of these toys? Do you have any fun memories? Please post it in the chat so we know we can read it out for y'all. Um, but yeah, man, it was a magical time, and I'd love to go and do that with my son. You know, there's a couple of flea markets that are not too far from us here where I currently live. I mean, I can always go down to the original flea market, Kohl's, that my dad took us to all the time, and just see what it is. But it's just different than what it was back then. I mean, there was people we would see on the regular going, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got some new stuff in. You guys should check it out." And being able to find things that like I hadn't seen
You know
since
what was the
since I was
closest
a
thing for
kid.
me though through eBay?
Hmm.
Making it like this is so, I know this is a stretch and people are gonna like be like, Ryan, that's nothing like it. But I actually did a shitload of haggling on eBay through Make an Offer. And almost any time I was buying lots, I was negotiating through Make an Offer on eBay, which is semi flea market esque
Mm-hmm.
bartering. And there is that feature that I utilize that and you have to, if you multiply that by 1,000 or 2,000 transactions I did, and every time I'm saving 10, 15, $20, that's a significant amount of savings through bartering, through Making an Offer on eBay.
Yeah.
Much like the flea market um negotiations that go on. You almost never give them what they're asking for. There's always some kind of bargaining. You say, would you take this? And even if you take their initial offer, that still was a barter. It was a barter attempted.
Yeah.
Even if they don't take it and you still buy it for actual price. So that's part of the flea market experience.
Oh yeah. I mean, going to conventions, going to just any kind of mom and pop shop that you could find around town. Part of the fun and experiences is being able to browse through what they got, maybe barter some deals. Um, and it's a you can still do that now, but a lot of times, even like going to yard sales, you run into the whole thing of, well, I can't go any lower than this because this is what I see on eBay. And it's like it takes away from the fun of being able to find this stuff because there are so many people out there that are resellers and buyers that go and scalpers and stuff, and they just grab the stuff up and then they post it up on. They're instantly like taking pictures on their phone and posting it up online, and it does take away the magic of like those hunts that we used to have. What's up, Josh? What's up, Shode? How you guys doing? Let me see.
Yo,
So Dad said that pork, general ham fat, lardo, private Sido bacon, sergeant short and sweet, Captain
I'm getting
Tusker.
hungry now.
I know. Reading these things. Let me see. And P Mark says I've never watched Barnyard Commandos as a kid, but I probably would like it because I was as a '90s kid. Well, keep in mind, P Mark, it was only 4 episodes, man. It was very short lived. Even both these lines didn't last that long. I mean, they had literally almost one run, and that was it. Dad says Series 2, Rams, Master Sergeant. Oh, I'm not gonna read these. It's okay. Then he goes pork. He goes the leaders of that. But yeah, I mean, so let's get into the figures. Are you guys ready for that?
Dude, y'all ready for this?
And that's the sad thing. Like, so I have the intro for the cartoon here. Just it's all I could get, man. But so Barnyard Commandos had 20 figures. they were only, and then there was a few for the Burger King stuff, and I have that popped up here too, like we can pull up. But you had the porks, you got Captain Hog Wild, and this is what I was talking about earlier. So when you look at these, the card art is pretty cool, right? You got the pigs, and I guess on the other side you would have the rams. I mean, you could have so expanded this out to having like um like the cows and like the chickens or something, other animals on the barnyard, but it only stuck to these. And these were done by playmates. And but like you could look how they look. They look just like Ryan said from what was it, the Garfield and Friends. What was the other show? The one that was not part of that one? Ryan?
What show?
Oh, wasn't there was another start for Garfield? The other one? It was not Heathcliff. That was the other one.
The Garfield and Friends show?
Yeah.
Like, what was that show in it called?
Yes.
That's what I can't remember right now.
So you guys can check it out, right? So you got like your character figure here. Not much action. Like the whole gimmick of these were like the Centurions. You put all this weaponry on them. They had projectiles. This guy's got like cannons and miniguns here. And you got like a mini comic in the back. And you got all your figures, basically your index of all the figures you can collect. So what's your thoughts on Mr. Hog Wild over here, Ryan?
Let me take a gander. This one ain't my favorite. He's like almost in like raw sewage, green sewage. It's
Green
kind of
sewage.
cool.
Yeah, he's that either raw sewage or he's got the grass stains, from playing in the grass too long. Or it could be radioactive muck. It looks like he's got Pac-Man on his butt trying to eat one of the power pellets. Let me see.
Let's see what he looks like with the armor. Can we get like a shot of like
He doesn't have him with the shot. Let me see if I can find Captain Hog Wild.
alien slime, if you will?
If you will. Yeah, Alien Slime. It was called U.S. Acres. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, U.S. Acres, the Frog Brigade. Greetings, Floyd. Just a playlist for those keeping track. Oh, yeah, Dad so did. Okay, so let me see. Let me pull these up. Captain Hog Wild. And we're going to do porn. Copy. Move this over here for everyone in the chat.
No, my favorite's definitely the Rambo one. I have that one proudly on display. They're very small figures.
Yes. So,
And they're just like full of air. Like they like you.
yeah, they're
they're
like the rubber ducky or
Yeah.
things that you could play in your tub with because of
Yeah.
or things that you would have that you would fill up with water and squirt your little sister
Yeah, they're
with.
not like a solid piece of plastic. They're almost like a rubber vinyl material.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. There he is in his all of his glory with the armor on. See if I can get this to zoom out. There we go.
I mean, they look badass with the armor on.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, they look really cool. I mean, considering these compared to turtles, I can see why they didn't sell. Because these are definitely marketed for a younger audience.
There's a problem with the retail market on these two. that people looking at these in a bin don't know what in the mother of fuck is related to who. What
Mm-hmm.
weapon goes to who? What weapon goes to what character? You have no fucking idea. Whereas you might stand a chance with like other toy lines with action figures, like somebody 20 years later, they're not going to have any idea unless you look at a video like this or a buyer's guide and do some serious research what fucking weapon goes to who.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure even with these, you can like mismatch the weapons too. You can put one on, it's kind of like the McNugget buddies. You can put one on the other. Some of these are going to work with other figures, you
See,
know?
oh yeah, definitely. Showed said Frog Brigade was in response to your mentioning the potential of them expanding. Oh yeah, that would have been great. The farm characters, and then he says it looks way cooler out of the box. That's 100% right. So you got Captain Turkish Chitlins here with a vacuum sub with a gas mask. So I'm guessing he's releasing napalm. I'm not gonna say where. But yeah, if you look at these without the armor, you can definitely tell, man. Like they look like they would be. You wouldn't know what they are. I love how some of them have tattoos too. Because like if you look at that first image up here, he's got the sailors, the anchor here.
Yep.
I mean, I take that back. He could be a scuba diver. This is a military diver. These guys are animals. Is the catchphrase.
Yeah. There's something to be said about sense of humor and charm about this era of toys
Mm-hmm.
and thinking outside the box. You know?
Yeah, exactly. No, definitely. I mean, they definitely have some nice charm and style that stands out. The sad thing is these are I don't know. This is Playmates, right? And they're supposed to be radioactive animals that have like military bin. So why wouldn't you just release turtle style figures, but with these branded like that? But then again, that would have been much more plastic, much more time and research and development. So this is pretty much I mean, what was it? The age on this? 4 and
I
up.
kind of I kind of like the aesthetic though because these paint the paint deck on these is really good.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I agree with you. And
They
like,
look like a cartoon
mm-hmm.
right on the card. It would work good in like that Battletoads arcade universe too. When you're like just looking at some of these animals, the way they are with the ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you're booting them off the ship in Battletoads arcade, and there's a lot of like animals like this, like uh hogs and shit that the Battletoads are fighting. This would have worked good in that world too.
The funny thing is that there's this thing with pigs being the villains in like multiple media, right?
Yeah.
And it's so weird. It's like we're anti-swine, anti-pork.
Because they're kind of slobs
Mm-hmm.
and they overeat and they're kind of unruly.
Yeah. Grumpy.
So I can see why they do it.
General Ham Fat Lardo. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get get away with names like that today. His weapon is the
No,
Death Star laser.
yeah, they somebody say, "Oh no, I'm triggered. I'm triggered by that character's name."
I'm triggered by a pig being called fat. I don't understand.
Feelings,
Major Piggyback Gunner.
dude. I'm so proud we were from the gross out era in the '90s. What a
That
time
we
to be
were.
alive. What a
That where we were,
non-PC.
man.
Everything was fucking gack and making fart sounds and grossing out people and snot and just weird shit.
You can't say that on television.
Yeah, and sliming everybody. We need to bring back the gross out era. It was a good era. And nobody even asked why that was like a thing, but we just embraced it. And because we knew that like if our parents were like kind of grossed out, it was the right thing.
Well, you think about it,
That was
right?
the right
So
direction.
the 80s was very, very flashy, styly, like
Cocaine and hairspray.
yeah, and then versus like the 90s where it was the gritty, the tude era kind of.
Everything neon, day glow,
Mhm. The radioactive.
attitude.
All right,
These
so
animals all kind of have attitude in Barnyard Commandos. Same thing with the food fighters. They have attitude. They all like wearing fucking sunglasses and shit.
they got like the mad grins.
Yeah, these are very. We need to point out how action movie inspired these are too. That they give the one character the Rambo assign him as Rambo, and just they're they're talking about how much that the popularity of the action movies was at that time too.
Well, and that's the thing is like we were already starting to market like rated R movies to kids as far as the toys were concerned. So, I mean, what was our top favorite movies? Aliens, Terminator, RoboCop, Rambo, all these great action films that we loved as kids that like, toy manufacturers were just like eating it up. They'd make all this stuff. I mean, look at this. You got the pork chopper, which is hilarious. It's a hilarious pun. The pork chop, but it's the chopper. Get to the pork chopper. Hey man, this thing smells like bacon. It smells good. I'm
Again,
hungry.
the creativity was great.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, and you look at this too. Like it's so cool because it's like it's things that you would find on a barnyard that they just kind of like melded together or like hodgepodged. You got a watermelon bomb here. You got bags of money that are turned into I guess explosives. I mean, it's such really cool creativity. Could you imagine the farmer that comes out every time his tractor's like just scrap for military hardware or his tub? Because here you go, we got the porcaput or porcapolt. Man, that's a thing to say 3 times fast. You got a toilet seat. You got his the tub. I mean, what else was like part of a pool? Like the stairs for a pool. That's incredible. It is showed. It is 100% incredible. This is great. I mean, this speaks turtles. It's like what can we do with this idea of mutant animals and take it even further? I mean, what's not to love about the artwork on this? You got like Porky Pig over here in the tub, about to get fired. Porks, it's what's for dinner. Watch out, it'll bite back. What you got to say around in this one on the Porcapult?
I never seen this till now.
I like it. I think it's really cool.
Can they actually fly off it?
I think so. I think it worked. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's I don't know how far they would fly, but yeah, you got the little animated
You
or
can tell it's Playmates because they did a lot of stuff like this with the turtles. They had like a lot of bathroom related
mhm,
vehicles, a lot of sewer related vehicles.
very humorous, right? This is stuff that like adults would love too. It's not just kids. But yeah, Shode said that these vehicles definitely have style. That is 100% true. They do. Private side O bacon. We got private side O bacon. Unfortunately, I bet there's no other images of O bacon here. Nope. He's got a cannon. I mean, it's a very simple toy, man. Like for a 4-year-old, this would, or four up, this thing is awesome. I mean, I like I said, I had a few of these. These are cool, even for being a 10-year-old. Okay, we got Shout and Sweet. Let's see what else.
1 second.
Sergeant Blast. Yeah, Sergeant Blaster McBacon. I mean, you got to have the McBacon. You got to talk like you're from the South. It's got a built-in helicopter. Man, I love that. That's awesome. I wonder, like, how much are these, Ryan, going for? Have you looked at that recently?
Steep. I mean, they were steep even when I was getting them like 5 years ago. Loose
Mm-hmm.
without the weapon. Like I think I paid maybe 60 for like 4 or 5 of them loose, no weapons.
No weapons or
Like,
accessories. Yeah.
which I think is kind of high. So like 10, 12 each. Just because I needed them to be represented in my collection. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna not like that bothers me when I can't represent a
Something.
toy line I had in some type of way. I need to represent it at least 3, 4, 5 of something for it.
Yeah. What's up, Ikun? Did you have any Barnyard Commandos, sir? Were you a fan of this short-lived but awesome and cute looking war pigs and sheep? And we got the Rams. And it's so weird to have the Rams be the villains instead of the. You think of pigs and cows, right, on a farm, not necessarily, rams or sheep. First of the vehicles for the Rams, though, is going to be the Bacon Bomber. It's a biplane. Oh man, I love that. It's got the pig cut of the watermelon on the head. Hilarious. I think I had the sheep, but honestly, I'd have to see again to confirm. Okay, we'll get to those. Again, I love the whole thing of like stealing parts and stuff from the farm to make these military weapons. We got Commander Missiles Mutton Chop. The Barnyard Commandos action figures released in 1989. They were priced around $2 to $3. I could see it. Definitely something there. They were trying to crank out something that would be fun for the kids that were younger than the demographic that were for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I love how the comic's different for the sheep on the back of the box. That's awesome. So Ryan, what do you think about mutton chop over here?
Let me take this in for a second. See how I feel about this.
Yeah. He's definitely rancid. He's definitely got into some paint or radioactive goo. Would not be something I would want to eat.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, I don't either. I remember the one that the Rambo sheep, the one with the bandana, and like maybe like a couple other characters.
Yeah, that's the one. That's my favorite, the Rambo sheep.
Yeah. Police Cardigan. Cardigan. He's got a mohawk. I mean, he's got a crew top. I'm sorry, not a mohawk. He's got a crew cut. Like he's honored. I can imagine the sheep be like, "We're gonna go take out the pigs." I don't remember this show at all, though. It seems familiar, but likely just the turtle's nest. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely true. I mean, it is Playmates. You definitely get that Playmates feel, especially what they were doing with turtles. Um, like I said, show there was only 4 episodes for this cartoon. The brand for this was just mainly the toys. Sure shot shearing. Oh man, the naming puns alone would sell these figures today.
I like how they look at like something out of Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout,
They're
Barnyard Commandos.
they're radioactive animals that you would fight. Man, that'd be awesome. I'd love to play a Fallout game where you're fighting anthropomorphic mutated sheep and pig animals.
I gotta make a round, but I'll be right back, Vince. Don't start Food Fighters without me.
Yeah, no worry. Here, you know what? Let me do this. We're gonna do the one because we're about done with this. So, here is Sergeant Wooly Pullover. This is the Rambo one that
Oh, I love this one.
yeah. He's ready to take names and eat the bacon.
They drew first blood. They drew first cotton.
Yeah, they tried to shear me.
They sheared first.
They sheared my legs and my arms. But I'll come to get my fur back. My wool.
Plus, it's like even without the guns, this one's cool. Just look at him. Look how badass.
Yeah,
You know?
he's got an Uzi, man. He's got a communication backpack and an Uzi. Uzi 9mm. Did they ever expand into other things like comics or fast food? So Barnyard Commandos had a
I'll be back
promotion
soon.
with no worries, Ryan. Had a promotion with Burger King, which we can get into that right now. Because we gotta wait on Ryan to come back. And that are these here. These were the promotions that you could get at Burger King with their Kids Club meal. And this totally unlocked a memory for me because I was like, I hadn't thought about these because I had all of these as a kid. Let me see if I can get a better picture. Come on, let's go. We're gonna go here. Do these and these. But yeah, these right here. I don't know if any of you guys had these, but I had all of them. They were awesome. I mean, there weren't much to them. They were just like bracelets. that you would just put on your arm. But like I was telling Ryan and saying earlier, they remind me of like the claw things from uh the Knucklehead from the Turtles, the Foot Clan's vehicle they used that was in the actual Shredder's Revenge game. But yeah, there was only four, so it wasn't like hard to get these at all. And in Ryan, as Ryan said earlier, these are definitely something that is on the cheaper end to try to collect for, because as they were mostly mass produced, the weapons are really trying. Sorry, the rooms are really tying the room together, man. There were 13 episodes in France. Only 4 animated episodes here were released. Ah, see, I missed that. And I bet this was definitely produced in France more than it was here. So, but yeah. Let's see. We'll go back and finish up these guys. We got Major Leg and Mutton. Leg and Mutton. Oh, we already looked at this guy. What the hell? Did they release him twice? Oh, they did. They did one as Police Cardigan. Okay, okay. So this is when you were like, all right, we're gonna recolor a character and re-release him. What's up, Slim Nim? How you doing, man? How's your Friday going? Not much to say about that guy. So let's look into Master Sergeant Colonius Confodder. Oh man, he really hit the radioactive sludge. Jeez. Okay, we're looking at farm animals. So yeah, since you're just coming in, man, this is Barnyard Commandos. This is a toy brand produced and manufactured by Playmates that came out in 1990. There was only 4 episodes for the cartoon series here in the U.S., but in France there was 13 episodes. Um, this was out at the same time as TMNT. They were just trying to capitalize on the whole thing of mutated monsters, but they just look like, farm animals with the military hardware. The dude's got like a cannon and a saw and a bullhorn, or is it like a the old book of farm animals? I mean, keep in mind, right? I have fond memories of this stuff. I was 8 when this came out, and um, it was made for like four and up as far as the age range, and on top of that, they were like $2 to $3. So, I mean, if you were given $10, you could probably get 3 of these, and be able to pay for the taxes on these figures. Keep in mind, we're covering Barnyard Commandos right now. We will be getting into Food Fighters, especially when Ryan comes back. Let's see. Hmm. Fluff and Pendleton, huh? So this sheep can fly. All animals are equal, but some animals are not equal than others, or more equal than others. Right? Yeah. Let's see. Is also known as the black sheep in the unit. Despite his heavy accent, he is a smooth talker. An incredible practical joker. He flies his night flyer Night fighter jet, like a manic and loves to buzz the pig pen, performing other storming stunts. Man, I can't read right now. What the hell? Let's see. Do you need to find him a clip of his of this, Floyd? Probably. All right. Private Bull Bellworth. It's got to be pretty bad with the radiation when your wool starts to turn green and vomit colors. Different shades of green there. But as I was saying, there's only 20 figures in this line total. You had the the Rams, and then you had the Porks. You got the Ram tank over here. Trust us, the movie is worth it. Glue factory sold separately. Yeah, that's what happened after the farmer came outside and he was like, "Oh crap, what's the hell?" Right up there with Watership Down, but we're talking about rabbits right now. Talking the toys on screen, I understand. Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, isn't that from? I'm trying to remember if that line is from Secret of Nim. It's been a while. It's too bad they didn't have any other images of this tank, though. Here we go. I understand the chicken factories are huge. I think those go for $500. It's some of this stuff is pretty crazy, as Ryan was saying. Like the prices of trying to get some of these, because like when he ended up getting his, he was paying like $10 of figures, and those were loose versus the actual, all of them complete with accessories and everything. The sad thing is, if you look at this one compared to the catapult one, this doesn't have much on the line of stuff that was pulled from the farm. This actually looks like it was converted military technology, other than you got corn and carrots and a canteen right there. All right, so that is it for the complete wave from 1990 for Barnyard Commandos. Now, as I was saying earlier, there is the premium DNA releases. Only 8 figures. And these are very much more stylized than the other ones. But they still do give that effect where you can put them on their all fours versus being bipedal. Do love the effect of, like, you can see where they're using more of the technology from the farm to make their weapons and stuff. I didn't even know these released. Kind of sucks though when you start doing that whole thing again where you're just padding out the accessories and the characters with repaints. Oh man, I love Watership Down. Definitely much more menacing. I do love like the paint job on this, the rusting, the more metallic look. This is your stealth off one. I actually kind of do like the versatility of being able to make them either standing or on all fours. Here we go. We got Private Side O Bacon. Now, this is where we're getting into the whole thing of these looking like more something from Fallout with the rust and everything. He comes with a bundle of hay wrapped with the barbed wire. If I'm going too fast, let me know, guys. I will slow down. Oh,
All right, I'm back.
that is pretty cool. They come with different visors and stuff. We're looking at the DNA or premium DNA figures for the 2022 Barnyard Commando
No
figures.
DNA.
Premium
Hold on
DNA.
to that.
Premium DNA. What's up, Hummus? How you doing, man?
Yo, hummus.
These came out in 2022, buddy. Uh, I can look and see who has them. I mean, that wasn't like what 3 years ago. So, so what's cool about these, Ryan, is that you can actually put them in all fours or have them standing, so they're not stuck in the pose. Hey, man, better action depending on the poses you can get in, right?
Look, they're already Barnyard Commandos, so they're not wearing any pantaloons. They're going commando.
There you go. That's your one you need to get, Ryan, right there. Look at the screaming arrow. It's a chicken taped to an arrow. I might make him watch Night of the Lupus. Dad, I don't even remember us watching that, or I never did. I may not have.
Not even lupus.
Yeah,
How is that?
I don't know. Watership Down is awesome. Plague Dogs by the same author is really a sad one. Welcome Hummus, welcome Slim Nim.
Floyd's best moment he's ever had is when he felt the need to correct you on Harrison Ford's fever temperature. You were like, he had a 103 fever, and Floyd had to come in and say, well, actually 104. I was Floyd. That moment will live in infamy forever about the ludicrousness of that statement. That we really needed to be corrected on Harrison Ford's fever temperature. This guy. I'll never forget that, Floyd.
Inside joke, gentlemen. Move on. Move along. Move along.
I'm sure they seen it. Floyd, the only thing that would be better is if when you corrected him on the fever temperature, your glasses were taped in the middle when you pushed them up. holding them together. Well, actually,
Well, actually, this is the end of the Barnyard Commando section. We can now get into the Food Fighter section, which has even
into the
less,
real nitty gritty.
little, even less figures. We went from 20 figures with the Barnyard Commandos to 17 with the Food Fighters.
There's
So
only 20 figures. These figures are getting so many less hoes that they only make 20 figures instead of 30.
we can't even pronounce Lepus. No, I can't, Dad. I can't pronounce anything. Let's see. The BBQ Bomber. So this series came out in 1980, what, 88? 89? 88. So definitely doubling down on the whole, using household items to make your vehicles for food fighters. So let me get into the whole thing about this. Look it up. You'll get it eventually.
Food fighters. Floyd, just side parlay conversation. How long till you're full Santa again? How many months till the beard and the hair is full Kris Kringle? I'm counting down. I have like a countdown clock that just counts down the hours till Floyd is Santa again.
Well,
So you
as we get closer to the Christmas, the beard inevitably grows anyway. So then he gets visited by hot elves. All right. I've never actually watched Plague Dogs. All right, so just some information on Food Fighters. Food Fighter was an action figure line released by Mattel in 1988. Let's see. Concept of Food Fighters. The figures were all different types of anthropomorphic food dressed as in military gear. Food Fighters consisted of 10 figures, 3 vehicles, and a unproduced playset. The characters were divided into 2 armies: the protagonists, Kitchen Commandos, and the antagonists, Refrigerator Rejects. Each figure was made of soft vinyl, similar to squeaky toys, with hard plastic limbs. Each figure included a small hand weapon and removable backpack, resembling accessories from Hasbro's G.I. Joe line. The target line on the figure's package read, "Combat at its coolest." Cookiest. See, I can't read tonight.
Vince, if you say one more line on these cards wrong, we're ending the show.
On these cards? What did you say?
If you say one more slogan wrong on the card back of these toys, I'm out of here.
So it's not the coolest. It's the cookiest.
The way the cookie crumbles.
Put
that cookie down now.
Since Kebab animation ammunition.
Damn it, Vin.
See, I can't speak.
Get yourself together, Sergeant.
Hey man, if I didn't have bumbling words when I'm reading, it wouldn't be right? Noted, hummus. Haven't heard of that one. Ryan, don't you worry. It will all be back by the time I deliver your coal.
My what?
Your coal.
Guy.
A grill with a tank tread sounds fun. Yeah, man. Look at this. You got like bell peppers, hamburgers, chicken, skewer holds extra ammo. You got a spatula launcher, meats and veggies.
Floyd, for every joke you make at my expense, I open one toy. I open one toy in your house. I'm counting. Every time, every joke I'm counting, I open one toy in your house against your will.
Yeah, no, you're doing it by mind control. He's gonna find packages of fig.
No, I love the Vince. The best thing is going to be the police report because they're going to say, "Well, sir, tell us what he stole." No, you don't understand. He didn't steal anything. He just opened all my toys. And then they'd be like, "Sir, I don't think we can. I don't think we can arrest him for that."
Well, actually, no.
You're telling
He
us you didn't
stole.
take anything.
No, it'd be that he stole the joy of me getting to open these later on. That's what it would be. Grill
They'd say,
raises up to
"Sir,
become a
I don't know
shield.
if we have a charge for this. I mean, we could get him on breaking and entering, but if he didn't actually steal anything."
Hold on. Did you? I need you to look at the. Okay, look at this here real quick, right? Look at the hot dog, and it got an arrow to insert into holes, and it says hot dog carrying handles. Battering ram, battle traction, or track, yeah, battle traction. Let's see what else. Oh my God, there's so much wrong here, but it's
I feel like you should thank like the George Foreman grill for this toy line. Like, I feel like they put that together from this picture.
you're gonna love my grill. You gotta come and you get the best burgers. And see, the grease flows down the trap. That's not Mike Ray, it's George Foreman, but
First of all, showed what you just said in chat is very unhetero. You said Floyd coming down Ryan's chimney. That doesn't sound. That sounds very unhetero.
well,
Floyd will never be coming down my chimney.
the thing is that he didn't say cum. He said com. So
I don't care how he spelled it. It sounds unhetero to be coming down my chimney. You're not gonna happen. Not in this lifetime, pal.
all right, so we got the combat cart, and this is the thing that most people I knew had. I mean, what's not to love about a egg carton that was turned into a troop carrier slash ketchup blaster with machine guns? That's exactly why I would never have a chimney for someone to come down it. Ketchup
No, the
bottle,
best
okay.
thing, the police report too will be like, so what else? Is there any other damage he did, sir? Well, he organized everything in my house and put it on shelves. They're gonna say we can't charge him for that either, sir. You're telling us that he organized your house against your will. So he cleaned your house, sir, is what your complaint is. You want that in the report? He cleaned your house?
He put up shelves. He put my figures on everything. I mean, he literally did everything that I would have done. Let me see, Ryan. You would prefer it would be coming up, right? Not going down your chimney, but coming up your chimney.
The answer is never ever for any of that, Floyd. Never ever.
Never ever. So you don't have any of the vehicles for Food Fighters, right, Ryan? You said.
No, I'd like to. I'd like to have this fucking egg mobile. This dozen egg carton mobile. It looks cool.
Rolling wheels, figures fit inside.
Dude, my thing is I don't know about you. Like, well, I do know. You agree, like we never have room for vehicles, dude. There's never man, when you if you I feel like when I go in my toy room, if somebody put like one gumball machine toy more on any of the shelves, the whole fucking room's gonna collapse. That's how much shit is on every fucking shelf to the brim of the front of the shelf that I cannot fit. The last thing I could ever even dream of is buying vehicles to display. There's no fucking way, dude.
Yeah, I believe hummus. I believe that that vehicle is extra expensive these days. Yes, it is. No, and I agree with you, Ryan, because like I have so many GI Joe vehicles, I just can't friggin' put them out at all.
Yeah, they're hard to display
I mean,
vehicles.
even the freaking like Castle Grayskull is, awkward to put on a shelf. But then when you actually put up the Snake Mountain with the threshold on the top of it for the entrance into the Skeletor's lair,
Yeah.
that thing is huge, dude. I mean, you're looking at like maybe 3 feet or two and a half. I mean, it's a big playset. But we got the Rescue Rangers vehicle here, the fry, the copter.
Vince, what are you gonna do for the holidays? World War I and World War II Day. What are you gonna do for those holidays? You think about it?
Oh god. Honestly, my yeah, because I was it. I know that Russia just celebrated
And
their
what are you gonna do?
celebrated
Well,
their
there's a
victory
follow-up.
over Germany from 80 years ago from defeating the Nazis.
We're gonna have a new holiday, okay? World War One Day and World War Two Day, okay? Excuse me, every year. Vince, what are we gonna do when we don't have our toys when we're locked up in Alcatraz? Since that's gonna get reopened, huh?
And he
When
wants
we
to
get locked up in Alcatraz for talking shit.
no. So what it is he's gonna scrap that. Then he's gonna turn New York into a prison and put like 24-foot concrete wall all around it, and trap all of the prisoners inside the island of Manhattan.
You know what would be amazing for when he opens Alcatraz on opening day? Him getting ass raped in a cell. Wouldn't that be great? That would be a great opening day ceremony. Him getting his orange faced clown ass raped in a cell. I'd love to see that. Actually, I wouldn't love to see that. I'd love for it to happen though.
I mean, you did claim you would love to see it, so no takebacks.
I'd love for it to happen to him.
I mean, what you could do is have him test out the prison is inescapable, and leave him there.
And he can't get his spray tans there, he can't fix his ugly fucking comb over. He can't get a shirt that'll suit his front butt well. So his front butt will be all hanging out in his orange jumpsuit like he deserves to be in.
Well, yeah, he needs to have a suit that matches his skin color. He is the great pumpkin after all.
After he gets ass raped in his cell, can we just dump him in the ocean? Fucking Bin Laden style? How about we cremate him first and then dump him in the ocean? Is that severe enough, you guys? What do you think? Am I going too light here?
uh, you know, uh, the fact that like Hasbro has decided that you had until yesterday, or actually, yeah, yesterday, to lock in your pre-orders for any Hasbro related toys to stay at the current price because they're going to go up because of tariffs is messed up, man. I and I'm already seeing like it's anywhere between $10 to $15 additional on top of whatever the price was, because like the maximum Hulk figure that's coming out was $50, and now it's 65. That's before tax. That's before
I want to
shipping.
put like those shark cages they drop down in the ocean. I want to put JD Vance in one of those with no oxygen tank. Just drop him down there. But we're gonna leave the shark cage that he's in, the door open on it, so they can eventually come in and just take his limbs off one by one. Is that severe enough?
So well, let me start first off. It says, uh, Dad said, Ryan, I'm going to call a couple hard pipe hitting elves to go work on you with a pair of Christmas trees, bending irons, and an extra
No. I already got
extra
the
candy.
answer, Showed. The answer is Mike Pence in retribution for him trying to get him hung
Oh yeah,
when they
yeah,
stole.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that might be against his religion though. And he would have to ask mom for permission. If we're gonna go down that road. Uh, the ultimate revenge.
Anyways, back to the toy line. That was a very enjoyable rant. I'd love to do another one of those again soon. I really enjoyed that.
It's not getting any easier, man. It's not getting any easier. Anyway, so we got the Fry Copter, heroic air transport, spatula propeller, really spins, drop tomato can bombs, holds one figure. And there's no picture other than that one. Food
Get to the
fighters.
fry chopper, Vince. Do it. Try it.
Get
Get to the fry.
get to the fry chopper. The grease smells good in the morning.
I want you to tell me who is your fry daddy. What does he do?
What did you have for breakfast this morning? Ah.
I'm the party pooper.
We got Brigadier General here. He's got it's a big hamburger with Arnold Schwarzenegger arms. He's definitely been hitting the weights.
Oh, now this is the piece de resistance, guys. This is like what the Rambo was to the last line. Dude.
Come on.
Brigadier General.
The Brigadier.
I love this fucking dude. This is, if you see this figure as a kid and you didn't want this back in the day, come on now. It's amazing. Look at it. It's, you know what I love about this toy line too? It's so fucking adorable.
It's in the
It's so weird. It's so adorable. A fucking cheeseburger with arms. It's hilarious.
Get in the kitchen. Nickname Hambo. Hey,
Get to the kitchen, Vince. I need you to do it. Try it.
do it. Come on. All right. Hey yo, this is the Hambo. They my friends. So Dad said due to the line's overall poor sales, Foo Fighters were commonly sold at small discount chains. That is true. You could find them in like dollar stores and like other places. These were cheap on card at the time back in the day.
That might have been why I was buying a lot of them as a kid, because they were cheap.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably clearancing them at KB's, because I feel like, man, KB's was so nice about clearance sales, though, dude. You cannot underestimate how good their clearance sales were. Like, you know how many times I see on eBay a carded toy that was once at KB's and it has like red clearance writing on it and sale prices constantly.
So, a lunchbox thermos set, a jigsaw puzzle, and small coloring books were some of the few pieces of merchandise to be released from 1988 to 1989.
Dude, who does this one look like? Who does this one look at that fucking? Who does this one look like, dude? Looks just like that cocksucker. Look at him. Look at his face.
Well, he needs the hairpiece, man.
Looks just like his spray tan bitch ass.
This is the. Come on, man. It's chicken leg. It's healthy for you.
He's got the same torso he has.
This is Lieutenant Leg. He went to McDonald's too many times and look at his belly.
Does he come with a 12 Diet Cokes accessory? 12 cans of Diet Coke a day?
Oh my gosh. Kitchen Commando. Keg.
What if we, you know what we could do? We could roast them. We could burn them up in the George Foreman grill and dump him in the Gulf of America, you know, that he appropriately renamed.
Or what is it now?
Back in the Gulf of America.
What is it? Something of Arabia now instead of the. What was the one place he's trying to the lake? I can't remember. What
Lake
is?
Lake Titicaca.
No, there's the one of the like rivers in I think Arabia is being renamed.
Lawrence of Labia. By the way, this pink donut is the only one I'm missing
So
in
we
my
got
collection.
so we got Major Munch here. Come on, man, put down that donut. He's he's chocolate frosting, which doesn't make it healthy. To drunk
I
himself in
fucking love
chocolate
this, bro.
milk.
Dude, I love this even more than Barnyard Commandos. This just makes me happy just looking at this fucking toy line. So good.
All right, so let me see. Color Bell Costumes also released a Food Fighters Halloween costume in 1989, and of the character Brigadier General, Private Pizza, and Fatty Fry or Fatty Frenchie or Fat Frenchie, sorry. Um, the sold at retail price of $6.99 to $10 per figure. Ryan called him Kegman. Hummus said, "It reminds me of the Carl of sorry, reminds me of the Carol of the Bells from Claymation Christmas special. Carol of the Bells. Ugh, can't speak. Can't read either. Recently, Sergeant Scoop, Orange variant, Mattel Food Fighters, Mox sealed, sold for $369. Oh man, that's crazy. So we'll go.
Scoop doop scoop doop.
So here you go. Here's your Major Month with the red frosting, but that looks a little more pink. Come on, man. You know the sad thing is the backpack on these guys looks just like Duke's backpack, down to the shovel. And then you got these smaller guns. They were definitely trying to rip off GI Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Body massage.
How do you think what do you think Baroness favorite sex position was? Probably doggy style.
I need it
How
on.
about Baroness liked it bare on her chest, like a guy just running through. It's
I
like a
mean,
little.
I don't know. If I say these things, Destro may kill me. You know, you gotta watch out for Destro.
All I know is like during sex, you tell Baroness leave the glasses on. You know,
Please,
like a
please.
naughty school teacher.
Oh man. So this is Private Pizza. I bet he eats himself later.
Do you think she licks Destro's Serpentor?
I mean, she
Let her
may
do
she
it.
may lick his chrome dome. You know, the more I look at Private Pizza here, it just looks like it's a costume. I mean, could you imagine being like going to a costume party dressed up as this guy and no one knowing who you are? You just bought a pizza costume, some military fatigue, some boots, an army helmet, a red gun with a backpack and an eye patch. See you at the party, Victor.
I'm the party pooper.
I thought they did make a costume. Well, Dad said they did, but they don't. They did. Oh man, yeah, they did. They did make the. Yeah, he did say that they made the private pizza. But I mean, could you imagine like somebody like not being like an adult size one versus the kids? His nickname is Pizza the Gut. Born in Pepperoni, Pennsylvania. Strengths bulletproof crust. Weakness loves anchovies. Goals to make a lot of dough. Hobbies. Shopping for new toppings. Quote, a pizza in the oven is worth two on delivery. It's hilarious.
Don't keep showing that. Boy, don't you even start with that.
Now, don't you
I
start
told you
that
every
again.
time, I'm counting every joke is an open toy in your house.
Don't keep showing that donut. Here we
Watch
go.
out, Floyd.
Sergeant Scoop chocolate. This is the one that sold for almost $400.
I'm gonna wait till I can probably hear you snoring from the street at your house, and that's when I'm gonna break in. As soon as I hear snoring, and I'm coming and opening up everything. Every card back toy is getting open.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. His nickname is Lickety Split. Born in Melt Salts, Montana. I can't say it, but come on. Try to do this with the accent.
This
Strength,
one's definitely making me hungry for a drumstick right here.
cool under fire. Weakness, drippy personality. Goal, to lick the world. Hobbies, making banana splits. Oh man. Oh man, he's going to town with a
You know
banana.
that like every kid's fear like during this time was their stupid like little baby brother trying to eat all these figures because they look like food.
Well,
But
that's
they're
what
all
look at McCone here. Look at him.
dude, you know how many of these figures must have been chewed on by some kids like little baby
Or a dog.
mouse? Yeah, or
Because
a
they were
dog.
soft plastic. Dude, okay, let's do his quote. His quote. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you slurp your cone.
Wow.
He's talking about slurping. Oh man, that's horrible.
That sounded pretty unheterosis.
Hey man, it's what he said. It's on the card. It's already been printed. The most toy toy line. The most chewed toy line. Come on. All right, let's see. We got Sergeant Scoop Sherbet.
Scoop a doop a doop a doop. Scoop a doop.
You know he's sherbet because he's got orange on there because you don't make orange ice cream. Okay, his stuff is the same. I'm not gonna read it in Arnold's
You know
voice.
what really grossed me out that was orange was besides the president was the Flintstones push pop with the orange sherbet.
Dude,
That was such a gross flavor, the orange sherbet.
yeah, I didn't mind it too much, but yeah. Chip the Ripper. Look, guys, it's a chocolate chip cookie who's a bad guy.
I thought there were only 10 of these. We're still doing these?
Yeah, no, there's 17.
Oh, the Chips Ahoy. This is another classic.
Yeah,
I would say the two classics are the best are the cheeseburger and the Chips Ahoy. This guy right here. This is fucking
nickname
amazing.
nickname is Battered Breath. Born in Chocolate Gulch, Colorado.
Chip
Strength,
the Ripper.
strength. He is one tough cookie. Weaknesses, has a sweet tooth. Goals, to have his cake and eat it too. Hobbies, lounging in ice cream. Oh man, so he's definitely for Mr. Scoop. Quote, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Put that cookie down.
That's the way. I like it.
Chip the Ripper. The most chewed toy. Okay, yeah. All right, okay. Let's see. Then we got Chip the Ripper, Macadamia Nut. Because you can't just have chocolate chips. Sometimes you gotta have something different, some variety. Let's look at it. And his stuff is gonna be the same, so there's no point in reading him. And then we got Fat Frenchie. He's a box of French fries. Oh my god, it's freaking Frylock's brother. It's freaking. Aqua Team Hunger Force over here.
Fried lock, get the honey, G.
So his nickname is Ketchup Head. Born in Spuds Bucket, Idaho. Let me see. Strength, deadly spud breath. Weakness, likes hamburgers. Goal to make his nickname. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The goal to change his nickname. Oh man, I bet it is. All right. Hobbies. Play hot potato. Quote: People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw spuds. I love how his nose is just like the fry coming out of the box. Let me see. The concept artist for Food Fighters is really good. Oh no, the macadamia. Aqua Team definitely ripped off this one. Yeah.
And the Sausage Party movie.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That like the Sausage Party rips this off too. We got Mean Weena. Hey Ryan, this one bad Mean Weena right here. What do you think of the Weena? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's bigly.
His nickname is Mad Dog. Born in Pigs Knuckle, Ohio. Strength, supersonic barking. Really? Supersonic barking. Weakness, likes his stomach aches. I'm sorry. Man, likes his stomach scratched. I don't know what my brain is not here. Okay, anyway, a goal. The grill Brigadier General. Hobbies, throwing water balloons filled with mustard. Quotes. Ask not what your hot dog can do for you, but what can you do for your hot dog? I hope you guys will love these Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions of me reading this stuff. But anyway, thank you, Helm, for this for the record. Vince did mention Frylock. Dude, Frylock is the shit, man. No, 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 it's okay. Hey, man, we're all on the same wavelength here. What else we got? Look, we got short stack over here. Maple syrup. Ryan, do you have maple syrup?
The drip.
I don't know. I mean, that sounds like a medical problem if you got the drip.
Oh, flapjacks.
Nickname Flat Top. Born in Waffleville, Wisconsin. Strength. Top grind. Stop. Sorry. Damn it. Come on. Read this right. Strength. Top. God damn it. I can't do
What the hell, Vince?
it. Top griddle. That's the griddle part is throwing me off trying to say it like Arnold. Top griddle gunner. Weakness. Melts like butter in battle. Goal. To become a short order cook. Hobbies. Jungle waffle irons. Juggle waffle irons. Quotes. What goes up sometimes sticks to the ceiling. Stacks to the ceiling. Come on, Vince. Just. And we got short stack purple syrup. What is the purple syrup, Ryan? Is it boysenberry?
Blueberry.
It's blueberry. Okay. I love how the syrup makes him look like he has a hairdo, you know. Look, it's Taco Terra. It so happens when you go to Taco Bell and need a bunch of food, then you have to go to the bathroom. That's the Taco Terra. Ryan, look at the bottom of Taco Terrors.
Hold on.
Oh man, we're derailing this one.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's odd. Taco.
Uh,
Oh, Dagger.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's lived for someone's pleasure. Alright, so his nickname is Meathead. Born in Tortilla Flats, Tennessee. Of course, he couldn't be in New Mexico or from Mexico. Uh, Strength, terrible hot sauce breath. Weaknesses, he's a total bean brain. Goals to become one with his shell. He's a martial artist? Let's see. Hobbies, greasing the enemy. Ooh, wow. Quote, candy is dandy, but tacos are macho. Hold on, let's reread that. Candies are dandy, but tacos are macho.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit over the top. That's it. That is all of the food fighters. Let me go back to
Food fighters or Foo Fighters?
food fighters. I mean, I would love to see, Dave Grohl do a video where he's singing about this, but they're all dressed up as or CGI'd as the food fighters. The food fighters doing that would be hilarious. Oh my god, okay, I didn't do this for him. So for Brigadier General Brigadier General, his nickname is Hambro. Born in Round Round, Oklahoma. Strength meets any challenge. Weaknesses: sweet pickled relish. Goals: to defeat the mean wiener. Hobby: to selling barbecue grills as hubcaps. Okay, that broke my brain. My brain is broken from that one. His quote: "Go to where no burger has gone before." Oh, so he's a science officer. Did I do legs? Okay, here's legs. Lieutenant Legs. His name is Big Cluck. Born in Glug Glug. I'm sorry, Gobble Gobble. A turkey. So he's a turkey leg. I didn't know that. I thought he was a chicken leg. Gobble Gobble Georgia. Strength: kicks the enemy. Weaknesses: he's easily blocked. Man, come on. We can do this, Vince. Anyway, goals: to set every chicken free. Hobbies: to play drumsticks. Quote: birds of a feather fight together. I did the pizza one, right? Yeah, I did the pizza one. All right, we're good. That's it, man. So, let me give me a second. Let me get the thing switched over. So, what do you think, man? These two lines.
I love Food Fighters. Barnyard Commandos is good too.
Mm-hmm.
But Food Fighters is number one for me in these two.
Honestly, like between the puns, the designs of the guys, I do like the Food Fighters more than I do the Barnyard Commandos. I
Yeah.
do feel that they were both a missed opportunity that they didn't have a cartoon. I mean, a really cartoon, like, because you can't say that Barnyard Commandos had a cartoon when it only had like 4 episodes. I mean, it had one, but it wasn't like well thought out or produced. Um, but it was a different time, right? You're looking at a gap between what 2 years for these two figure lines. And compared to what was being released at the time, they did have competition, even a competition amongst themselves. Let me see. He was born in a 7-Eleven turnstile. Greatest fan, Marlon Brando. Let me see. Get me the butter. Yeah, no, this was fun. Kind of diving into this. I do kind of like it when we have the shorter episodes instead of the longer ones because we kind of do get to the point where we derail at a certain point. But it was fun doing Arnold talking about what their bios are, like they're on a dating website for people that want to eat them. What else? What you got, Ryan?
I wish that we got like full animated series for these that were longer
Hmm.
lasting.
Yeah,
Just 4 episodes and none for the other.
yeah. It's definitely a missed opportunity. I mean, it could have been like, what else could have happened, right? Um, so what do we got in the bucket for next week? Let me pull that up right now for you guys. So next week should be a fun one. We're going to be looking at. Oh wow, my numbering's off. This should have been 32. Anyway, episode 33 is going to be Dune, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Tron. So definitely obscure figure lines there, but I'm definitely looking forward to diving deep into those and discussing that stuff. Because the Tron figures were really cool, especially with the translucent blues and reds with the white paint. Very simulating. I mean, very very closely simulating the stuff from the movie. The Raid of Lost Ark figures were great, and I have very fun, very not fun, but I have very little memory on the Doom figures. But definitely it'll be fun to dive deep into those.
Hell yeah.
And then, yeah, after that, episode 34 is going to be Mad Balls. So, but we'll definitely, I'll start working on the thumbnails for both of those. But yeah, everyone, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope we made you laugh. You had a good time. Definitely needed this after this week. It was very, very stressful, putting a lot of overtime, trying to get some stuff done on my job. But Ryan, as always, man, it's always great having you on.
Hell yeah.
Where can people find you? What you got coming up in the pipeline? If anything you want to announce, or if not, where can they
Y'all
check
can
you
catch
out?
me live as usual every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, taking your 80s, 90s game requests and playing your 80s, 90s game and toy footage. Along with co-hosting the show with Vince on Friday nights, you can usually catch me Wednesday nights on Tibbs for Redfall, and then we'll be finishing that up, getting into something else. So those are the places.
Yeah, and if Tibb's streaming right now, guys, go check him out. To say the Retro Ryan DLP raid. Um,
Yeah.
if someone wants to drop that in the chat, so that way people can jump over there. But everyone, I will be streaming more Metal Gear on Sunday, and then I'll have another episode of the podcast out on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'll be playing Resident Evil 2 with my buddy Andrew. So be on the lookout for that. And we're gonna go hang out in Ryan's Discord. So we'll see y'all guys over there for those that can join. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Mike? Mike's coming in at clutch at the end here. Shout out to Ryan and DLP for tolerating my ridiculous jokes, dude. No, man, you're perfectly fine,
We
man.
love your jokes.
We
We
love the
love
jokes. I love your financial advice. I love your jokes. You're great, and thank you. All you guys are great. Thanks for being here. It is greatly appreciated, and hope to see y'all on the next episode. Until then, everyone, have a wonderful Friday night and a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you later. Peace out.